Hi, so today I'm just going to talk a bit about the recent WGC Accenture Matchplay tournament that just finished yesterday. Congratulations to Hunter Mahan on his win. I don't think anyone can really begrudge him the win. He played consistently the best golf over the week. Along with Westwood, maybe made a few more birdies than Westwood. I think Westwood had an excellent week as well, but all in all, the most consistent performer this week, and he thoroughly deserved the win. His second WGC win, yet to get a major. Obviously, his previous one came at Firestone back in 2010, and he was very impressive that week, and he was also very impressive this week. I'm a big fan of this tournament. I think it's nice to have a bit of a change up with match play. Obviously, the only real time we get to see match play outside of this tournament is with the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup, which is, well, one of them is every year, but match play is certainly the lesser of the two formats played comfortably on, well, around the world at all at a professional level. So it's nice to have something different. Nice to have this sort of straight knockout format. You have to make a lot of birdies. You have to start the week well. You need a bit of luck along the way as well. Sometimes you obviously aren't going to play awesome for every single game, and sometimes you need a bit of luck to get through. But like I said, congratulations to Mahan. Really impressive player. His career is only going to go forward from now on. As for McIlroy, I think on reflection he'll be delighted to finish second in a week, because he didn't play his best golf. He started slowly towards the start of the week. The first two rounds he did enough without being brilliant. I think he was level par through 16 or 17 holes in his first two games against Kutsia and who was the second guy? And Anders Hansen in the second round. So yeah, like I said, didn't play his best golf. And on another day, against another opponent, he could well have been going out in the first or second round, and then it wouldn't have been a good tournament for him. So all in all, I think he didn't play his best golf all week. He slowly sort of worked his way in. Maybe it wouldn't have worked if he'd faced someone like a Mahan or a Westwood or Martin Laird earlier in the week, who were making a lot of birdies. But he managed to get through, and that's all you have to do, to be fair. And he turned it up for the semi-final. Played by far his best golf of the week in that semi against Westwood, which was a really good match actually. Even though McIlroy was 3 down at one point, I believe, after 5 holes or so, and he just completely turned it around, made numerous birdies. I think he was 6 under par through 17. Westwood himself was 4 under, so yeah, second place is, on reflection, an excellent finish for him. As for the final itself, it was a little bit of an anticlimax, because Mahan obviously got up fairly early on. McIlroy had a chance to take an early lead on the first hole. Anyway, you don't want to start on the first hole by missing a 4-footer for par, and that would have seen him 1 up early on. Obviously they halved the second and third in birdies, and I really thought they were going to sort of kick on there, and it would be, a case of who makes the most birdies out there. But McIlroy was led off the hook a bit on the 4th when he drove it in the desert. Ended up making 5 on the drivable par 4. Mahan did the sensible thing with by laying it up short off the tee, but then made a complete unforced error by making a 5, so McIlroy really got away with a half then, and then it just completely changed. 7 and 8 just completely changed the momentum. Mahan was 1 up at the time going into the 7th, I think, because Mahan had made a beautiful birdie on the 6th, just stiffed his tee shot, and then on 7 McIlroy just made the biggest error you can make, really, especially after Mahan had just missed the green with a wedge down the slope. You're just thinking, just hit it 30 feet past the pin if you have to, because 9 times out of 10 par's going to be good enough to win the hole, and he just follows Mahan down the slope and then doesn't even chip it on the green, so pretty much just hands that hole away by making double bogey. And then makes a mess of the next hole as well, makes a 6 on a par 5 which is reachable in 2. So he's just lost 2 holes in a row, a driver and a wedge, par 4, and a par 5 which is reachable in 2. He went double bogey bogey. You're going to lose to anyone by doing that at this level. Mahan himself only made 5-5, so bogey par. In some cases against other opponents he could have ended up losing those holes to a par and a birdie quite often. Fair play to Mahan on, I believe it was the 10th hole. He won that hole, just hit I think a 7-iron to a foot or something, so not a lot McIlroy could do about that, and at that point he was 4 up Mahan, and it was always going to be a tall order for McIlroy to get back in the game, but he did. He came fighting back, eagled the 11th, won that hole, and they halved 12, halved the 13th in birdies. Mahan made an excellent up and down out of the greenside bunker on the par 5. Then McIlroy needed a birdie on 14, that's exactly what he got. Mahan could only manage a par there, and there was just a moment after McIlroy hit his tee shot on 15, hit a beautiful tee shot onto the drivable par 4 green, about 30 feet past the pin. There was just a moment where you thought maybe this game might slip. If Mahan maybe drives it left and short side himself, or while the pin was actually front right, so maybe if he'd driven it in the fairway bunker or short sided himself right, then McIlroy could have been 1 down with 3 to play, and then anything could happen. But that was the turning point. Mahan with an excellent tee shot followed McIlroy just short of the green. He could putt it on, and they both 2-putted, and then 2 up with 3 to play. You really need either Mahan to choke, or McIlroy needed to start stiffing some iron shots, and 2 pars later and Mahan's won. So well done to Mahan. Mark Wilson beat Lee Westwood in the 3rd place game. That was the final standings. Wilson 3rd, Westwood 4th, and looking forward to the rest of the season. This is really where you really feel as though the season gets going after this event. Obviously we've got another WGC event in a couple of weeks at Doral, and then we're only a few weeks away from the Masters, which is always exciting. So really feel like we're getting into the swing of the golfing season. Okay, so I'm just going to upload another video after this one, talking a bit about the world ranking points system, and I know a lot of people have been talking about how the points work and everything. I was hoping to actually make this all into one video, but this first video just reviewing the match play has gone on for a bit longer than maybe I anticipated, so I'm going to put a link in, and yeah, that's basically just me talking a bit about the world ranking. So there will be a link in the description there, and yeah, thanks for watching.